Folks, what's going on? This your boy Arden. Yeah, this guy right here.
I'm out here winning. Talk heavy.
Read all about it.
So power play. See you later. But I'm joined by my guys, man. You see the crew. Welcome to another episode of The Commission, the season 1 finale, as we are here to recap about what we have seen in the first year of music. And boy, there's a lot to discuss. Of course, to the right of me, there's the good brother Leon. There's Regina, Armand, and Imani. These are my Avengers, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today talking about the first half of the year because, like I said, there's a lot to discuss. But first, before we talk about it, let's kick it off. Armand, how have you been doing, my guy?
I'm doing well. This year's been interesting. Been dealing with a lot personally, but June hit and I realized I'm about to turn 26. The weather getting nice,
Cancer
the world
season.
is opening up, and I'm feeling a lot better. Excited for the rest of this year, and just making shit happen. So, pleasure to be here with all y'all as always.
Absolutely. Imani, how's everything with you?
I'm great. Just remember, I'm black, y'all, so my hair is wet, so it's gonna change throughout while we're shooting. So, but I'm great. My hair is great. It's moisturized. I'm moisturized. No ashy shit.
Regina, how
She's
about
like,
you?
I'm great. I'm moisturized. I'm good. This year has definitely been like a slower pace in terms of work for me, but I was like, I really like that because then now I focus more on just living life and shit. So I'm doing good.
Steely.
This year has been pretty amazing. Just perspective of I don't know. Once again, just how artists has been becoming way better at a lot of things they're doing. Music is pretty exciting. Family is good. I'm just proud, man. I'm just happy to be here.
For real. And of course, again, proud of each and every one of you. Everybody continues to be productive. Everybody continues to be happy and safe. And again, I want to give my kudos to everybody here for helping me bring this concept to life. I know everybody here is super duper busy. Everybody's progressing. So the fact that you guys were able to make each and every show that we've had
Through a pandemic.
I'm super duper
Officially.
proud of you guys. Love is love. Thank you so much. And as we get into today's show, I want to switch it up. So before we go into the hard topics, I want to do some fun games, all right? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to play a nice little round of word association. It's very simple. I'm going to have anything come up, artist, word related to the industry, related to the music, and much more. And I'm going to ask each of my lovely co-hosts to just say what's the first thing that comes to their mind. So, Steely, let's start this off with you, my friend. What do you think of when I say the word deluxe?
Burger.
Wait, what? Like
Burger.
That's what I think
Deluxe
about.
burger.
I think about.
I mean, I am quite hungry.
You're gonna be mad at No, don't change your answer. That was amazing. No, that was amazing.
All right. I feel like deluxe nowadays necessarily has been able for artists have been able to put out music and then come out with a deluxe and necessarily kind of either put out better music or try to finagle like a bundle or something like that, which has been an impact, which even I'm starting to use. So I think it's dope. But burger is really the only thing that comes to my mind.
Regina, what about you? When I say deluxe, what do you think of?
Indulge, because the only people who are going to tune into deluxe is the fans who want to indulge.
That's a way better answer. That's a way
Sensational.
better answer.
Armand, how about
That's a way
you?
better answer.
Annoying.
Straight up.
Yeah, Armand has never been with the whole deluxe shit.
Just like that?
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, the only deluxe I've really enjoyed that I can think of, and I'm probably forgetting some, was the Wanna Deluxe. And I talked about it when
talked about that.
when you
We
came
did.
on the podcast. How he added songs, he restructured the album, it just gave it a new feel, and the songs that he added were good. So otherwise, besides Wanna, they've been annoying.
Imani.
Diabolical. On one hand, I cannot stand them only because I feel like they ruin a cohesive album. I don't know. I'm traditional. I feel like, albums should tell a story or tell a glimpse. And a lot of times when people put out deluxes, it's just like a streaming gimmick. Get your coin. That's why I said diabolical. Is also a strategy to it. It's an evil genius involved with it. Get your money, get your gold records, get your platinum records, get your number ones with the way streaming is and how deluxes work, but also I don't enjoy them. Like, they're trying to take over the world. I'm just not here for it.
Imani, to stay with you here, as I go to the next word, what do you think of when I say freestyles?
I can't do them. I can't do them. Bring them back. Bring them back. I think the only time I usually see freestyles are like radio platforms. Like what's that Power, is it Power 99 or whatever? What's in LA?
Out in LA?
Oh,
Yeah.
Leakers.
LA
Yeah,
Leakers.
LA Leakers
Yeah.
or like Sway in the Morning or Flex.
I think there's also the I-95 out in Connecticut or whatever that's called. So
Okay.
Yeah, bars on I-95.
But definitely the leakers ones are like.
Yeah, bring them back.
Armand, what do you think of when I say freestyles?
I gotta say Migos. Migos recently went on LA Leakers and they all destroyed it. And I think I was most impressed by Quavo because I feel like as a rapper, he's the weakest of the three in terms of actually rapping. But even he really delivered on his LA Leakers one. So yeah, I would say Migos. Like that's probably the best freestyle I've heard this year. And J. Cole did one, which is saying a lot.
You took my fucking answer.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can say it because I said Migos. You got it.
Build on it, Regina. Freestyles.
J. Cole, because he dropped. He was on the LA Leakers, right? So even though I feel like nobody takes me serious when I talk about Cole, because everyone knows just like I'm like a Cole super fan. But that really impressed me. I was like, oh shit, he's back.
What
He's
he did
back.
on the Still Tipping beat.
I
The first
know,
one, of course,
I know,
to
sir,
Infinity
I know.
was tough, but what he
Yeah.
did in a Still Tipping, that is out of his range, and he
And it's like he
Smoke
hasn't
that.
done that in I can't think of a time.
long
like over
time.
10 years.
Yeah.
Over 10 years. Steely.
Separation. When I think of freestyle, because it separates the ones that can and ones that
Rap.
can't. And I think like sometimes, man, you just can't gimmick someone to death. When it comes down to just bars and just showing your talent and able to just write some shit, that's always gonna I feel like that's always just gonna be a trump card. I just always think that's just gonna always win. And I think it separates a lot of people that can do it and can't.
Steely, to stay with you here, we have two more words. What do you think of when I say Polo G?
I like Polo G a lot. I actually I like Polo G also because I think people don't understand how smart he is. He's a pretty smart dude. And I also like his music, and I also feel that he has respect across the board from all realms, to the point of like the older cats to even to the younger cats. I feel like necessarily he has quality music. I fuck with him. Let's just make it short. I like him a lot. Period.
Regina.
I was gonna say respected as well. I don't know if I said in this chat, but I think for sure he got the #1 album over Migos, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what
I don't know if it was
right.
#1, but it outsold Migos. But I think, although I love Migos, I think it's kind of cool that he like outsold them because he's a younger dude, and it shows the power of the youth. Even though like he's not just catering to just the youth, he has the respect of older OGs as well. I just think it's cool, and he's a good rapper, so you can't even be mad.
Armand.
Three-Headed Goat. I don't know if you guys know that song, but it was
cool.
Dirk, Lil
I don't know if
Baby,
you know it.
Polo G. Okay.
There go that
And
little baby belt.
it's coming. But I think if you look at 2020, Baby Dirk and Polo G were the standout acts
Right.
of 2020. And it's crazy because that song came out. It was on Dirk's Deluxe for Just 'Cause Y'all Waited 2, I believe. And that was before, I think people really towards the end of 2020, realized how impactful Polo G was. And for him to come back with an album so soon and, for him to just be so respected, for him to be selling well, his label, Columbia, is doing a really, really great job with him. So, yeah, Three-Headed Goat because, Baby and Dirk are always going to come up, but Polo G is right there in my mind.
He also had that pop-out record, right? Which cost some steam.
Yes.
Imani.
Likeable. There's just a esteeming, likable quality about him. I don't know him personally, but I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that he has a momager. His mom is part of his team, so I don't know. He just has a humble presence to him when I see him in interviews. I don't know. I think he's somebody that I would want to know personally. He just seems super cool.
I love when Imani likes stuff. I love it.
It's a rare moment, okay?
Nature is healing.
I actually just called the audible for the last word or term that I had. So I'm going to go with this term because technically it's not one word. Imani, start this off with you. What do you think of when I say first week sales?
Bullshit. Yo, that doesn't mean anything because I don't. First week sales for singles or first week sales for albums?
For projects, yeah.
Bullshit. Honestly, like niggas went platinum for less or gold or whatever. Is there niggas still going platinum? Niggas doing platinum again? Like what? Whatever. Number one, whatever. I don't know what the proper term for all these accolades are now as far as streaming, but it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like yo, like. For instance, like, let's say I'm Lil Viral or whatever. My name Lil Viral. I had like a crazy TikTok hit. Everybody loves it or whatever. And now I'm a platinum selling artist or whatever. And just because I put that one song, and I'm bullshit, like I'm a trash rapper, but yo, Lil Viral went crazy, right? But because I put that out and I put that on my album, I'm a platinum selling artist, all for like my little bullshit singles. So now Lil Viral's a platinum top tier artist for what? Like, what did I go number one for a TikTok dance? I don't know.
Yes.
It's bullshit.
Imani, I gotta say, of course, I care about what you say, but I'm so focused on the fact that you said Lil Viral.
I know.
That shit is hilarious.
I think that might.
I'm surprised there's not an artist with that name yet. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen the next
It's
year.
gonna happen.
Viral.
Yeah.
And copyright should go to
I
Imani.
think it's
I think it should go to Imani.
Damn. Yo, Lil Viral, if you out there, just know I said it first.
It's you. What
Yeah,
you mean?
you're a little viral.
Why
Nah.
are you
You're a
addressing
little
You said you went in the booth.
It is
That's
she.
you.
Yeah, you're a little viral.
Lil V.
Here we go. Look at us.
I rock with that.
My rap name not Lil Viral. I'll let y'all know off
That's your
mic.
alter ego. My Money Cash hose.
Armand, what are you thinking of when I say first week sales?
Reflective of the times. I think these days people put so much emphasis on first week sales and like not enough emphasis on the quality of the music. So, you know, people will obsess, oh, this person did 300K, this person did 150, this person only did 80, something like that. But it's like Wale, for example, his last album, Wow, That's Crazy, only did like what, 25K first week? Great album though. Still listening to it. There are some albums that do amazing first week that I don't go back to.
Facts.
So I'm
Right.
big on staying power. I'm big on this withstanding the test of time. Like, you know, the same way where like you can't really review or critique an album within the first week, like really get a good gauge of it. Like that's how I feel about, you know, the sales. Like we emphasize the business more than the quality and the timelessness of something. So I personally don't care for them.
That's a great point because I alwas think of Lil Wayne, the Carter 3 going platinum in a week, or he sold 1 million copies in a week, and I don't play that shit now. Like, I might play a milli, but I feel like it didn't age well personally.
It's just something cool to say that you had a good debut week.
Yeah. It's more reflective of your popularity.
Yeah, I don't think it speaks anything to like the actual music.
Yep.
Regina, first week sales.
I think of Born Sinner because he had that line, I'm gonna drop the album same day as Kanye, and that's when Yeezus came out, and they dropped it both at the
And
same.
Of course, that was the other day.
That was-
the anniversary.
And he dropped it on the same week, and then although the first week obviously Kanye got the top spot, but then I think it was 3 weeks later then J. Cole kind of like inched above him. So it was just a really cool moment, and that was when I was really indulging in like that type of stuff, and I just remember that moment so well. And every time I hear first week sales, I'm like, it doesn't really matter because like who are people listening to 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later? So yeah.
Steely.
First week sales to me, first it depends on who it is. Second, it's a marketing tool. If I can show that 50 or 100,000 people necessarily listen to my album or necessarily bought my album, it's gonna inspire the next whatever wave for the next people that want to listen to it. I kind of feel like the hype is everything nowadays. So, but your sales only, to me, what sales does, the sales that does matter to me, or your numbers that does matter to me, are your super fans that keep returning each and every time. Because I don't understand how people can sit here and sell out 100, sell 50,000 records or 100,000 records, and then do a show and they can't even sell out a stadium. I can't even sell out a Western. So it doesn't really add up to me.
Talk about it.
That is facts. I got one more word, and then we'll move on. Steely, to kick this off with you. What do you think of when I say independent?
It's like a superhero to me now. Like independent, because the mindset of an artist nowadays are so different than what it was, and just to the point of like what we're capable of doing and where we can move and how we can do it, and being on our own terms. And what is also expressed is that it doesn't necessarily mean that the majors are like the enemy, but now if you necessarily can create if you can set the table, you know what I'm saying, you necessarily can choose who's at your table. And now that you can do that, now that we can set the table and to the point where I have these numbers, I'm doing this, I'm moving like this by myself. If you want to get money with me, not money off me, money with me, it's a different conversation. Back then, there was no other way to make money. You literally had to sign. Well, we didn't know that there was any other ways to make money. You had to sign and necessarily become a worker instead of becoming a boss or a partner. So independent is everything to me.
Regina?
The first word that comes to mind is steely, because I mean, he just said it all. Like, I mean, he has the best
Sorry.
perspective here. No offense to everybody sitting here, but you know, he is the only independent artist in this room right now. So that was my first word. But then also my second word is leverage, because the longer you are an independent artist and you really keep with that, you grow your own fan base. You put out shit by yourself. So maybe one day you do want to partner with a streaming service, a label or whatever, but now you have so much leverage that you're bringing to the table. So that's really powerful. And I don't know if anybody here listens to DDG. He's a YouTube rap. I mean, but so he is with a label, but by the time he sat at that table, he's like, yo, I have 2 million people who tune in every single video, every single week. He had so much leverage. He's like, I don't need your marketing tools, because every time I drop something, people flock to it. So I have more leverage than you guys. So he was able to sign the most perfect deal. He owns his masters, all of that at a really young age. So because he was independent for so long. So I think it's very powerful.
That's fine.
First word that comes to mind is the grind. I mean, you just, as an independent, there's so much working against you, as you know, we've said with all these other majors, with their marketing budgets, with their playlist placements and all that. Like, you have to work that much harder to get that recognition, but we're seeing people do it. You know, I know people have their feelings about Russ, but like what Russ has been able to accomplish as an independent is incredible to me. The features that he's been able to secure, the fact that he's able to walk into these rooms and like, you know, be like, yo, I have this, I've accomplished this already. I don't necessarily need you. So what do I gain from partnering with you? So it's very admirable, and it's something that, you know, anyone who does it, I tip my hat to them. And yeah, the grind.
Imani, to close this out.
Dedicated, and that can go for one of two ways. Dedicated would also be being dedicated to your craft. Being an independent artist, I'm sure it takes a lot to do it for yourself, especially because as someone who is a creative, I know what it feels like trying to reach out to people on your own and making sure you build like a core audience, or even having the bandwidth to put out creativity or art or anything. So being dedicated to that, and also having fans that are dedicated, is probably like the best thing you can have as an independent artist, because, you know, they keep you going. Sometimes you really need a support system, whether it's 100 screaming fans, or like 100 people in your corner, or like that one person in your corner. So dedicated.
I love it. Great job, you guys, with the word association.
That was beautiful.
That was fun.
That was excellent work. As we now get into talking about music, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it was just last year. A lot of us are speaking and thinking to an extent, damn, barely anybody's dropping music. Like, where's the new projects and stuff? This year definitely feels quite different. So, Regina, I want to start this off with you. If there's an album, or if you have some albums that you've really been rocking with this year, which one or ones, top 3, will you shout out?
Yes,
I'm not
list.
being, I've been taking notes. So my most replayed is this. I don't know if you guys know, he's like a rising R&B guy, Destin Conrad.
Yes. All the feels.
Yes, it's called Colorway. Please check it out. I won't expand too much because it's just something that I just want everybody to listen to.
He's independent too.
He is, and it's just so amazing. Obviously I have to shout out J. Cole, the off season. My
girl,
favorite
wait.
What?
I said, oh girl, wait.
Okay, I replay the record on there with 21 Savage and Moray. It's called My Life. I love that record.
Excellent record.
And then the last one is, I don't know if we were doing this based on literally just January to now.
Yeah.
But I'm cheating a little bit, but I think it counts. It's WizKid, Made in
Yes.
Lagos. I just feel like
This was Kid Accounts.
he dropped at the tail end of 2020s, and I feel like we are really going to see that album come alive this summer. So I had to slip that in there because that is just genuinely my most replayed, undoubtedly. It's like WizKid #1 replayed, and then everything else down here for me, my Spotify numbers. So those are definitely my top 3.
Imani, which album or albums in your top 3 would you like to shout out?
Definitely co-sign with the WizKid, because I feel like now we have like WizKid Weather outside. It dropped like I think the very end of October, so it was spooky out here, but it wasn't spooky for like them slow wines or whatever. Now we're really gonna get them
on. Like people were still talking about it. Like,
I still be bumping like Essence, like it just came out. So okay, vocals. But I don't know. As far as albums, I feel like people are pushing them back because we're trying to check the temperature. So I've been bumping like more EPs. Like I know I played Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels to the ground.
Yes.
You're right.
Conway the Machines. I guess it was a mixtape. He kind of like wanted to show off drum work more, but that shit I played to the ground. There was another EP I played to the ground. I actually liked the Scary Hours 2 EP. That I know it was a good sampler of like, okay, you know, Drake coming. Yes, I said it.
I beg your pardon.
You ain't no pardon around here. I said what I said.
I love it.
What I said.
And what was?
What's up?
I actually might have to pull out a list with like
She was
Regina
the first
real
one
quick.
here
Hold
today,
up.
guys, and she likes a Drake.
Yes, I was
song.
actually on time.
Nature.
She came before me. Yeah.
Oh, I have to say, Culture 3 was actually a great album.
Right.
It was actually great.
like
It was actually really good, top to bottom. I didn't listen to the deluxe, no shade. But I think it's just too fucking long. Stop with the long ass albums, y'all. And that goes for everybody. Like I understand QC, like, you know, they know how the streaming game works. You know, they're no rookies to this shit. But yo, Culture 3 was super long. Like, please. But those are probably my top 3. But honorable mentions, I really like some of the songs from Sign Language too. I love that Young Thug put everybody in his family on, like literally everybody and his mother, everybody. Except I actually like the deluxe tracks on Sign Language too more than some of the original joints. Damn, I had my list. Hers album is cool. I'm disappointed with that being a debut album. I feel like it was rushed. Personally, I feel like they
safe a little
I think
bit.
they wanted to capitalize on her Grammy moment, and they wanted her to put it out. But I don't know. That's just my opinion because it's a little bit of everything. Like, you know, she sounds like soulful Marvin Gaye, and then she also like sounded like Lil Baby on that song. Like it was a taste of everything. And then, you know, she put like a Slide on there. But it was like a her sampler. Like I've heard all of that from her before. I wanted like a new story or something. But it's great. She sounds great. The songs are great. But you know, that's it. I guess that's my top 5.
Armand, side note, the same day you told us about the deluxe, I listened to it for Culture 3. I'm with you 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
What a Fool.
Yeah.
What a Fool's the one.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. I think everyone, those who know me pretty well, know I'm an R&B guy, but my top 3 this year has been rap. There's Culture 3 I love. I really love Culture
We
3.
good. Let's roll.
It didn't feel as overwhelming as Culture 2 did. Culture 2 had way too many features. There's that one song, White Sand, that had like Big Sean, Travis Scott, a bunch of people, and it was a good song.
White
It was
noise,
like,
child.
they just went for too much with Culture 2, and Culture 3 really felt a lot more strategic, a lot more calculated. Everyone was in the right spot. Every feature did their thing. My second one would be J. Cole Off Season. I love it. He's rapping at an extremely high level, which he always has. But you know, for some reason, people just doubt J. Cole, and Off Season really showed like. I don't know why y'all are doubting me. Like you know what I can do. You see what I can do, and like those little subtle appearances by Boss, Black, and then 21 Savage's verse. I love. People have been doubting 21 Savage a lot too, which is weird to me.
Little Baby shined out.
I feel like everybody pretty much likes 21 Savage, no?
I've seen a lot of talk on the timeline about people think Kodak Black is better than 21 Savage, which I don't agree with.
At what?
At all.
I'm like, what? Who on your timeline?
What a
is saying that?
comparison.
Because you and I have very similar timelines.
We do.
So who is saying that?
We do. It's people. I think it's. I don't know how to.
That's
describe
Black
it.
and
I don't
Mild
know.
Twitter. Who's comparing
Black
the
and Mild
two?
Twitter is not.
Never heard that.
But yeah, so Culture 3, the Off Season, and I really love Slime Language 2 as well. You know, it's obvious. You know, the superstar features like Drake and the other people, I can't think of them right now. But then like YTB Trench, his verse was really good. Carlay, seeing Coi Leray pop up on there was really cool. Like Thug Thug is a great executive now, and I think if and when he steps away from music and just solely like focuses on like, yo, you're gonna be on this song with this person, just in the studio putting other people on stuff, like he's gonna be amazing like forever. So yeah, I love Slime Language too. And Hotels as an honorable mention. Really love Hotels. R&B's felt like
quiet.
Yeah, like there hasn't
very
really
quiet.
been much. Maybe I've missed it, but I felt like the rap has been a lot more overwhelming this year.
It's been quiet.
Yeah, but like overall, like aside from the products I listed, I haven't loved too much that's come out this year. So I'm thinking like the back half of the year is when a lot more people are gonna come out. But
definitely.
yeah, those are my three plus honorable mention.
Steely, to close this out.
Well, all right. I've been kind of in like a album mode, like kind of like creating myself.
Yeah.
So I have not really got to listen to so much music. I would have to say 2 albums. One I can be a little bit biased on. Actually, both I could be biased on. But one you can tell I'm a little bit biased on. But I really think it's an amazing piece of work. My first would be, Cole. Like I'm a big Cole fan. Cole necessarily is honestly the biggest truth teller we have at this point in this realm to me. I feel like he necessarily just captures, he exposes himself from his insecurities and problems he has. He calls people out on shit, but calls them out in a way where it's like, yo, I'm not judging you, but like that was fucked up. And then just, he's just an amazing fucking rapper. Like he's a GOAT. So Cole definitely. And then the other album would actually be my label mate,
Yes.
Cool Kid, 5G's Later,
5G's
man.
Later.
I can't front. I'm super fucking proud of this kid. Just from
Heck of an
producing, singing, him being able to tell his story, go through a lot of different things he's gone through. A lot of people don't understand just his trials and tribulations, and just like, I am a little bit biased, but that shit's a great fucking piece of work. So album-wise, yes. Those are the 2 I can go.
Nice. As we move on, right? Great selections by everybody when it comes to albums and stuff. I want to get into the best song out right now, or the best.
Can I go
song that you
first,
thought
please?
of.
Please. No, you can finish, but please, can you give it to me
No,
first?
I was basically done.
Okay, because I want to say it first. I don't know if they're gonna say it. Stream Gallus by.
Oh my
Catalyst.
God! I was gonna say that.
Of course.
Yes, I'm
machine.
proud of myself because
That's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
on that song ever since like it dropped, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck
Dropped in
is
January,
this?"
right?
And the first,
Yeah.
not the first post, but one of the first few posts where he was like reposting everybody. I commented, I was like, I'm so honored I hear this before it has 1 million streams. And he pinned my comment. And look now, he has like well over like 4 million streams on that shit.
You also commented on when Flex was like, I don't know if this record's out. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Bro.
Like you was on it. Like I gotta show you love. On
Yes, I comment under all of his posts, and I've talked to him. I was like, I'm proud of you, and yeah, he's really doing big things. Song of the summer, and the summer hasn't even started yet.
It was
so,
Song of the Summer in April.
literally, and he wrote about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? Before I pass this Steely, that song is so crazy just because, like you said, it was very evident what that song was going to do. Like, everybody, we all have those moments with certain songs where you just know, like, oh, yeah. Like, this is
There's a
this
lot of
is
songs that I
insane.
think like that, like, oh yeah, this is the one, and then people don't really pay attention, but this is the most like organic
Yes.
rise I've seen since Bodak Yellow. It reminds me of that because like
Yes.
people were just like, yo, what the fuck is this? And slowly it climbed up,
You
and
know
we
what's crazy
watched
you said
it.
that too? And what's the fact that recently with some friends, we talked about the fact that Gallus is, in our opinion, is a top 5 most organically pushed and popular record in New York City over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful to see in real time. Like,
Yeah.
it's like people DM me like, yo, what is this? What is this? What is it? And like, and people like from like my friends from like Boston, Miami, California, they're all like, yo, we're sharing this shit too. And now it's like the #1 Shazammed in the nation type
Yeah.
shit. So it's crazy.
Uptown 914, we got one.
Yup.
I see it on a different IG story every day.
Right.
Like-
It's going viral on TikTok as well. So once
That's
once the
nuts.
kids got it, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
So
Steely, what you
she
think is the
definitely
best
took
song
my
out?
fucking answer. Nah, man.
I didn't even let Arda finish his question.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
you
like,
already, I knew you were gonna say it though, but nah, I would have to say Capella Gray. I would have to say Gallus. Another thing about it is, yo, like the people got it. Like the people broke this record. And no disrespect to the DJs. DJs always do it, but the people got it. The light feet community got it. They chose it, and it's like there was no campaign, no bullshit. It was an organic feel. And then another thing about it is he said some shit on one of his lives, like he was talking about being humble. And like some people feel like they might find him necessarily to the point where he's they might find him arrogant. But I find him as just him confident in what he is. And he just said like, yo, bro, if I know I'm nice at something and I'm gifted in something, if you feel if you're not good at what you are, or you're not that confident, then that's your demon. Don't come at me because I put this work in. Mm-hmm. And like anyone that feels like you go hard at what you do, you agreed with it. And it was like, yo, bro, I'm not fucking humble and shit. I bust my ass for this shit.
Yeah,
I prayed for this shit.
When he says stuff like that, I don't find him to be like, I'm like, okay, yeah, you have like the top song in New York. Of course he's saying this shit. Because he repeats like, oh, I produced it, I wrote it. I'm like, of course, tell us, yes.
Yeah,
like, keep going, yeah.
And then but like sometimes people will sit here and like, you know, nah, bro, like if you bust your ass and you put your back to the wall and you face the fire, nigga, after anybody survives the motherfucking war, yeah, I can talk about these shits. Nigga, I got the scars. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. I did this shit. Mm-hmm. And I can't front. This shit was like, I would DM him all the time, like, my nigga, this shit is epic. And the reason why I'm telling him it's epic is because I saw you literally do this shit in real time. Like, I'm literally watching, like, everyone is just tuning in to the Capella show. Like, nigga, like, and we're seeing this shit happen in real time. And I'm like, nah, nigga, he got it. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. Nah, it ends now. Gallus is it.
Imani.
I mean, everybody, it's unanimous. Capella Grace, Gallus. My only thing is, like, the song is so short and it's such a moment right now. I would love for it to be like in true dancehall rhythm fashion and like other artists come together. Like I could hear Popcorn or Cranium on it.
Who co-signed it? It was a huge dancehall artist who co-signed it. I have to look it up because he's like one of like the OGs in dancehall, and he was like, "Yo, this is the best song out right now." So
it's gotta
maybe it's coming.
It's gotta be like one of those like really like singers. I feel.
Oh, I think it was Cranium.
Cranium got on it.
Wait,
he
what?
did?
Didn't he get on it?
Well, I didn't hear it. Play it.
Was that the remix he was playing on his gram?
That's what I
Wow,
That's an extended version that he was
That's
playing.
what I.
Oh no!
I can't
It's
imagine.
over. Summer's over.
Oh
Summer's
my
over.
God.
Yeah.
We here.
That's what I heard.
I gotta make sure. Make sure my
Correct
wine
me if
not
I'm
rusty
wrong.
now.
Either correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But if I'm not wrong, you do need to get on it. But I hope
He tweeted it out, so
There was an
it's
extended version.
it's scary, like how big it is before the summer even started. Like it's great, like it's scary.
Gallus.
We all had a 6 summer sense. That's all it was.
I'm pretty sure we already know.
Yeah, man. Like
You wrote about him, so he was co-signing early.
Like, you know, I could try to give a different answer, but it's no song is as enjoyable, as impactful, as organic. That's such a great word to use about it because there's no gimmicks, there's no backing, there's backing, there's the people backing it, which is the best. Like it's the most natural. It's so pleasing to see as a creator who, you know, does a lot of things independently and, you know, loves to having a following and an audience who support me. Like seeing that for him and talking to him and seeing how he, like, you know, I mentioned this in our last episode, but he was like, yo, no one's ever written about me aside from you and I. And it was like,
Oh my
bro,
God, that's
really?
crazy. You really got the first.
Like,
oh, that's so crazy.
Like no one's written about you. Like, bro, you everyone needs to know about you. Everyone needs to know about this. So yeah, there's nothing else I can say. We all covered it. It is a Gallus summer.
And it's like that just speaks to what journalism truly is. Like you guys really captured a moment in time. You wrote about it, and now it's like set in stone. People could refer back to this article in like 2, 3, 10 years. So that's really what journalism is about. It's like documenting the culture. That's what they did.
But what it's also about is like, I'm not trying to throw certain motherfuckers under the bus, but it's about motherfuckers doing their job and actually doing their homework and actually going, like, keeping their ear to the street and knowing what's hot and not necessarily just, like, I always have this theory about there's people that track the culture and people that impact the culture.
Boom.
And, like, a lot of motherfuckers is tracking. Y'all niggas ain't outside for real. You don't know what's hot for real. So you're tracking these things. Nigga, I'm on ground level. I'm on front line, and I knew this. And I knew this was a dope thing. And I wrote about it, and that's what they did. And like by doing that, that's what this is about. And honestly, there's a lot of people in certain positions, in high positions also, that don't do shit. And they just be like, yo, who's hot? Okay, I'm gonna do this. And
Yeah.
you scared to fucking come outside.
I could talk for 30 hours about this because a lot of the gatekeepers, which are editors, I'm not gonna ever mention who, but they're just really, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They rely on us to like tell them what's hot, and I'm like, you are gatekeeping it. Shouldn't you be the one who knows? But like, I don't know if a lot of editors knew about galas. Like, we were the ones who knew. So yeah.
Well, when you said that on the what's the name? When you like when everybody was hitting up Flex and everything like that, I was seeing a lot of different people where I'm like, yo, you don't really have to say this, but obviously you know that this is it. And you know what I'm saying? And like you were one of the comments like, no, this shit is hard, this is it. Like you were always behind it. Like, bro, you don't need to say that shit, but you did because you knew that, you know, the culture needed this.
The reply, what he's referring to is Funk Flex was like, people were like, oh, why aren't you playing Capella Gray? And he was like, I play what's like popular in the streets. And we were all in the comments like, yo, this is what people are playing at literally every club.
Yo, literally,
Everyone's
Funk Flex
like-
will be at a party and play Swag Surf at a New York function. Like, read the fucking room, my nigga. This is not it. Don't be playing Roscoe Dash in a Brooklyn party. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is not what New York sounds like. That nigga deaf. And he's supposed to be from Bronxwood. Yo, fuck him. Sorry, I'm just...
Bronx?
He's from Uptown, too, which is insulting because...
he should know.
Yeah.
You know what?
He should be championing him.
Because I'm technically a rapper. I didn't say that because I still got to do this, but still, I'm joking.
I just got tight because I just hate when like the old heads who like kind of have like their ear to the streets or whatever, they shit on like the upcomers. It's like, nigga, you was an upcomer too. And like that, it's like a lot of nerve because like Funk Flex puts together like compilation albums. Like what was the album or tape or whatever where he had like Fabio and King Von and shit? Like that could have easily been a moment for him to break an artist. Like, I don't know, it's just mad corny.
Well, I will say this though. It's not just to the point of like old heads. You can't just also to the point of just, it's not always just to the point of ageism. It's just certain to the point to the people that really give a fuck more about their spot and they're so scared of coming out with a dud or taking a chance on someone, but they don't do that. And that's not just old heads. There's a lot of motherfuckers that's in position that'll sit here and be like, yo, play my role. Yo, this record's hard. This record's dope. And then we'll see it start to catch fire and be like, oh yeah. And then start promoting it. A lot of motherfuckers are scared to even move. There's motherfuckers that's been in a station that if they don't have a radio station next to their name, they're literally irrelevant. So they're scared as fuck. Where then there's other people that, even if I wasn't on this radio station, I can sit here and go and do a party and 500 niggas is pulling up because I'm fucking spinning because I'm that nigga alone. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of niggas is just, they just culture vultures or motherfucking niggas that just got a name next to them and they use that shit for that. But other than that, they're nothing. Who were you before you were on this? And a lot of niggas wasn't shit.
Talk heavy.
We definitely
Big facts.
definitely got to continue this.
I know, we all
My
got
bad. I'm with the shit.
We don't got to worry about that at Forsyth.
So we love the people.
We love the people.
Shame
If you don't want no
the club.
gatekeepers dancing in your video, come to Forsyth.
Wow. Bro, you need a commercial like that. Like, you don't want niggas dancing in the video. Come to Forsyth.
Got something to say.
You got to take that clip and put it in the pod now. It's over.
You got to edit it.
That is
Hey,
fine.
look, as we close it out, as we have a little time left, I want to get to the main event, which is spotlight the rapper and or singer who you feel as if has been the most valuable at this point of the year.
Lil Durk.
Who?
Durkio popped the Perkio. Yeah. I mean, honestly, he made every huge single like jump, like No More Parties. Like, I mean, it was a viral moment within its own, but also he hopped on that shit and made it like crazy. Back in Blood. And honestly, anything Durkio touched was like
shout out to him.
gold. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, the best verse.
That's the first time I heard that.
he said some shit and he said it in like the Go Crazy remix.
Yeah.
I was like, did he really make a line out of this?
I feel like every feature verse he makes up a new nickname for himself. Smirk, Perkio, all that.
Arma, who would you go?
So this
If you had
might
to
be
choose a rapper and or singer, who's been most valuable?
This might be a sleeper answer, and this guy is also my most improved. But Moneybagg Yo is doing his absolute thing these last few years. Like I've become a really big fan of his. Everything I hear, I really enjoy. Waukesha on his last album is
Damn, you hit
great
the
song,
spot.
great sample. Like he's one of those rappers who like raps well. He gives you those funny, catchy lines that like you can't forget. But then he also gives you bars. Like his
Dope boys too.
Yeah, like I love his rap voice. I'm really, really impressed with what he's doing. And like, you know, as I said before, there was that three-headed goat, Dirk, Baby, Polo G. But like, if I were to make like a list, like I think Moneybagg Yo is on the tier right below them. But he's really doing his thing. I'm really impressed with him.
Regina?
I just want to say I'm so glad that you have given me the opportunity to get this on camera in the moment, because my favorite artist undoubtedly this year, last year, and he's been killing it and he's about to go off. I'm so proud of you. Blast. BLXST. He's a rappy, singy. I think he's more of like a singer. He's not like no fucking like, he won't hit like the crazy notes. He's more like a chill vibe. But now whenever I talk about him, a lot more people are in tune. They're like, yeah, of course we know Blast. And I'm really proud of like, he's getting like these huge features like Ty Dolla $ign, YG, Mozzie. So I really think he's moving very smartly. He's still independent, but he's like partnering with like Red Bull and stuff like that. But yeah, he's definitely my favorite artist.
Steely.
I love Blast. Like his album is so fucking fire.
So fire.
That was a deluxe album I didn't mind.
Yep.
If we're being honest.
Correct.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. This is like so like easy and cliche and like you could have went more into it, but I kind of have no one else. Yeah, Cole. I'm sorry, like Cole. I'm like, cause like, bro, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
can I? What do you have to? What do you want to say about it? I'm like very curious.
I don't have anything to say. Just J. Cole put me to sleep lately, so I went to
I'll be
sleep.
putting you to sleep.
Here we go. Let's go. We need one per episode.
We're at the 2-minute warning.
Let me switch back.
We gotta.
We're at the 2-minute warning, so if you guys are gonna swing, let's do this.
Oh,
Come
Let's
on.
go now.
Verbally,
Let's end with like a.
The whole thing about it is like, what else does he need to give you?
It's not. I just most. What was the
Let's go.
question? What was the question again? It was for most improved or like
Best rapper.
most valuable.
Valuable.
I didn't see how J. Cole was that valuable this year, to be honest. I did. I like.
less than 90 seconds. Let's go. Swing.
I thought like the album was okay. I'm thankful for somebody sharing their truth. I'm thankful for somebody sharing their story. Like I can always be thankful for somebody just giving a glimpse of who they are or whatever. But you know, the music ain't that great. If we're being honest, like
So
if we're being honest,
if we're gonna go,
1 minute.
if we're gonna go down to the point of, of us just talking about Cole, consistently, just to the point of lyric wise and necessarily to the point of talent wise, he's always kept it there. He might take you in different directions that maybe you can't understand it, but he's always been there.
oh now niggas can't understand J. Cole bars.
Hold on. Then when we come into the point of album wise, he necessarily showed people where he doesn't need features all the time, and then now he finally puts features on it, and they're fucking amazing
Shout out to
songs,
Moray.
and impacts a billion, the impact on it just comes down to the point of amazing. And then when it just comes down to it, the nigga leaves and go play fucking basketball for fucking 6 games. Who does that, nigga? Who fucking does that?
That was a great.
Who does that?
That was a great marketing ploy. Like, I'm not mad at him playing basketball. I'm not mad at him having kids. I'm not mad at him having sad production. I'm not mad at all of that. I'm just saying valuable. Like, it just that. Like, sure, he's given us great projects, and Cole is a very talented rapper. There's no doubt about that. I mean, at one point, like, I was like I still am a huge J. Cole fan, like, let's be honest, but this album, like, I just don't see how it being a valuable part of hip hop right now. Like, sure, he embraced the youth and had 21 Savage and Moray and Lil Baby on the song, and I actually like those songs, those 2 songs off that 13 track album, but you know, I just don't feel like he was a valuable asset to this year. Durkio Pop the Perkio.
Durkio Pop the Perkio. Dirk had an amazing year. He had a great, amazing project. He deserves everything he got. I'm not saying nothing about that, but if we're now to the point of realm, we're comparing Cole and Dirk.
It goes back to episode 2.
That makes no sense.
It goes back to episode 2 when we were arguing about Lil Baby and Benny the Butcher. Like,
but you're correct.
Great
And you know what? And I came back with that and said, you know what? I had to step back and look at it and see, like, you know what? You're right. He did have a big year, and I was just in this bubble. But if we're going to the point of Cole, and we're going to the point of necessarily every time when he chooses to drop and every time he chooses to do what he wants, and he doesn't have a big social media presence and he doesn't do all the other shit that other rappers does, and he comes back and knocks and kills every fucking time, niggas ain't got shit to say.
he kills.
He doesn't kill? I'll drop the fucking mic. What are you
Drop it.
How
Drop
does he
it.
kill? What doesn't he kill?
Gianni's like, don't drop the mic.
Fuck you mean,
season
nigga?
2.
Yeah. I'm out here. Really out here.
Nah.
Game over. Nah, fuck that. Cut the camera. You know who won this shit, nigga. What's up? Jermaine. I'm out here. Cold, nigga. Jermaine?
I'm just tired I'm just tired of glorifying mediocrity. Like
That's not mediocrity.
It is.
He's not mean. Stop it. Stop it. Cut it. We know who won this. Oh! Drop off the mic. Drop the motherfucking mic. You know who's out here.
We'll continue this out there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
One time for my LA sisters. One time for my LA hoes.
This is Arden here signing
Don't
off.
save her.
Season 1 finale
She don't
of
wanna
the
be saved.
commission. It's been real. Steely, Regina, Armand, Imani, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us this season and rocking with us. Trust me, season 2 is going to be a lot more fun.
Yeah, we coming.
Holla at you next time.
My.